Our treatment project is about is on Our House by Madness. This is our research analysis. So first we looked at age and gender from our primary research. Most people that filled it out were aged from 13 to 18 years old. This meant like all the data that we collected is going to be from this age group, so we're going to try and reach them. Also, 70% of the people who filled out our form were men. So all of the results are about male preferences. Our target market are going to be male teenagers, as most of our results are based off them, and also we want to reintroduce an older type of music with a modern twist to that group. We also looked at favourite genres. This research showed us there was a high demand for pop and rap with a smaller demand for dab music, but there is still a demand of 30%. So we're going to continue with that theme. We asked if people liked the original Our House music video or they want a remake. There was a demand for both of them. There was a stronger demand for a new video. So we're going to take inspiration from the old video, but instead of improving their video, we're just going to follow a similar structure and replicate the same setting, but have a different video. When we were looking at streaming, our target market likes to stream your music from Spotify and Apple Music, so we're most likely going to advertise our videos and songs on those platforms to get their attention. When we were looking at the style of the video, most of the audience's opinions were that they rated Our House music video as a 3.39 out of 5. This showed us that there is room for improvement, and therefore we should only take inspiration from their video and not base ours off of theirs. We also found out that the majority of people's opinions are affected or sometimes affected by the music video. This helps us to identify that when making our music video, it is key that our music video reflects our goals accurately. We will do this by following the key points and structures that the audience research has told us. Our research told us that they preferred music videos with a comedic storyline, and this will help us to construct our music video that an audience can enjoy but also easily follow along. When we looked at our social media research, we found that our audience uses Instagram as the main place to interact and keep up with artists. This means that we're going to focus our attention on making sure our Instagram page is consistent with posting and is up to date, informing the audience of all the behind the scenes of what's happening, as well as being interactive with the audience. However, we can see that not many people use artist websites, therefore we want to make our websites accessible and easy to use to encourage our audience to use them. As we know, Instagram is a key social media platform, we're going to promote our website there to reach our target audience.
We asked the question, would you buy merchandise from an artist? The majority from our target audience said that they would buy merchandise. This is something that can boost the artist's profile. So if you see someone down the street with like a Blur t-shirt, you might think, oh, give them a listen. You can also increase revenue for the artist, so we'd definitely like to incorporate this. We also asked, how often do you watch music videos? There are roughly the same amount of people who watch music videos monthly, yearly and never. We feel although results show sparse viewing, it's still important for artist imaging and branding, because you want to know whose music you're listening to, like what they look like, what they sort of, yeah. We asked, what character type do you prefer in a music video? Results were roughly even for this question, giving us the artist an option for what we think would suit the song best. However, there was a slightly higher result for 2-3 characters, which is quite ideal for us because we're a band of 3. So yeah, it can also create a bit more of a storyline, not just an artist looking into the camera singing a song, so it can make it a bit more exciting. We also asked, do you interact with artists? And although results were mostly no, we feel for the fans who would like to keep up and see deeper insight and get to see behind the scenes and sort of get to know who they're listening to, we would still make our social pages. And we also asked, where are you most likely to interact with an artist? And TikTok and Instagram were the clear winners, so we're going to try and make some viral marketing videos with like funny videos people might share to friends on TikTok, and Instagram would be more focused on touring and new releases, a bit more serious information to keep them up to date.
So we narrowed it down from the genres and we chose dad music instead of pop or hip hop or sad music.
Deciding the artist, we had many artists that are sort of dad music. We got Blur, Madness, Oasis, The Clash and The Beatles are our main ones that we quite liked. But we thought we'd go with Madness because we quite like the song Our House, but it was close with them and Blur because they have quite fun music videos with a lot going on.
When we were looking at inspirational videos to base ours off, we looked at Baggy Trousers, Park Life, Girls and Boys, and Must Be Love. We had a hard time choosing between them all because they all are quite similar and are what we want to focus our video on, so we'll most likely take inspiration from those 4.
After looking at all our research, we chose Our House as the song, the genre dad music. We're going to use basic film conventions and 2 to 3 main characters, following probably multiple but definitely a comedic storyline, based in London and Henley with classic British culture like tea, London, inspired from the 1980s but in the modern way.
A run through of the music video and clips ideas we have is that when we're in London we want to do things as go to like little cafes and tea, the London Eye, London buses and red post boxes. From previous research, they jump in the music videos a lot. They jump from storyline to storyline and different scenes throughout, so we want to try and replicate that, as well as have a house that is kind of a base where we'll go back to throughout the clips.
This is our mood board. It's sort of, you can see we've got like red telephone boxes, London buses, all things sort of Brit-poppy and truly British, so we want to keep this like on our socials, on our music video, to keep that sort of theme constant.
Any questions? So going from the mood board there, obviously lots of the imagery that you have, is the Britishness that you're going for, is that part of the artist branding?
Yeah, definitely. It's just like, we think a lot of English people would like that, and international people, like say the Beatles, they're quite iconic for being so English. It's sort of like a unique selling point in a way, and can attract audiences.
And the other question I got is, how do you make a song that's over 40 years old relevant to a contemporary audience?
I think that we're just gonna, especially with our advertising and marketing and like using TikTok, a lot of those things will appeal to a younger audience. And like one thing we noticed is that the music that was made 40 years ago isn't really made anymore, and we want to kind of bring it back to younger audience and our generation in a way that they can enjoy it as well.
Excellent, thank you very much.